Everyone heard about the AWS. Nowadays, it is one of the booming technology currently in IT field. So there are a lot of things which people are not aware of, that what exactly the AWS. So I will just give you the brief introduction about AWS, what exactly it has, then why we need to opt AWS to create our own infrastructure, and what are the benefits and advantage or disadvantage of using AWS. So AWS is nothing but uh, a infrastructure which runs over the cloud, or I can say on the public network, where you can create your own infrastructure, which consists of number of VMs, or you can say load balancers, clustering, uh, your database servers. So all these things you can build on AWS. It's just like that you are whatever the data center you are creating with the help of bare metal machines, you can create the same data center with the help of AWS infrastructure. So there are few some advantage of using AWS, like high availability. You can AWS have their own data centers all over the world. So there will be there is no issue like a downtime. You can create your own infrastructure on a different geographic location. Apart from that, the you can save money. So you heard about that phrase, pay as you go. So whatever the services you are using, so you heard about that pay as you go. So this is so it means that whatever the service you are using of AWS, you have to just pay for that service for that particular time. That if that service is you are utilizing that service, then only you have to pay. You don't need to pay for those services which you are not utilizing, or your VM is shut down. You don't need to pay for that. So that is one of the advantage of using AWS. Apart from that, uh, uh, you can scale your infrastructure anytime, at any moment. If you feel like that there will be a high load on your VMs, or on your application, you can easily increase without any manual intervention. Uh, AWS provide you all those stuff, like load balancer, CloudWatch will help to check whether the load is high or not. Then your automatically load balancer will get an instruction from the CloudWatch, and then it will increase your infrastructure. So these are some advantages of using AWS, or I can say the key features. So I will just go through this PPT, and I will tell you all the benefits, key features, market trends about AWS, and how you can use AWS uh, uh, without any uh, payment. So AWS provide you some free services just for to learn how AWS works. What exactly, which nowadays so most of the startups, I can say, is try to use AWS, because startups don't want to invest their money on the infrastructure. Apart from that, uh, you heard about DevOps. So DevOps is nothing but uh, a culture where everything should be automated. So AWS play a key role in that way, in that culture, because you don't need to do any manual intervention to create a virtual machine, or any load balancer, anything. So you have to just integrate your AWS with your DevOps tools, and you are ready to use AWS. So the whole pipeline will run, and it will invoke the AWS, or I can say it will just ask the AWS to create the infrastructure. So there is one way where AWS is more popular. From a security point of view, AWS is much more mature than other cloud infrastructure, cloud technologies like DigitalOcean, or Google Cloud, or you can say VMware. So now even VMware is coming up with their own cloud infrastructure, or I can say Azure. So AWS is much more mature. They have a lot of security levels to reach your VM. So VM has its own security called firewall. to access your VM, you have to pass one. You have to open the firewall. Check that. That is the second layer of security. Third layer of security is you can set up your VM in virtual private cloud. That is another one of the service provided by the AWS. So security wise, it is more secure than other cloud technologies. Storage, they have a different type of storage like EBS, elastic block storage, which comes in the form of raw storage. So you can just format that storage in any file system, whatever you want. Apart from that, they have a two type of storage. One is inferable storage, and other is persistent storage. EBS is a persistent storage. Second, uh, there is another storage called Glacier for the use of archiving your backup. So all storage has a different type of charges. So it totally depends on your utilization. Apart from that, uh, for digital media, they have S3 services. S3 services is uh, used to host static contents. So S3 service has its own advantage. So it depends on your requirement. So you can use features of different services as per your requirement. Apart from that, if I spoke about cost effectiveness, uh, definitely because of maturity of AWS, uh, AWS gives their services in very cheap rate if I compare with other cloud technologies in the market. They provide you the free utilization of services to learn. So if you are going to buy those services in bulk, or if your utilization is very high, so they will reduce the cost of that. Apart from whatever the storage, virtual machines type of instances, all are based on the different cost. So they give you the uh, more way, or I can say the more path to use their services in a different manner. End-to-end security, I told you. So as AWS is more mature, they have a different security levels. You can use uh, uh, two-way authentication method. You can use firewall. You can use SSL certificates. You can use virtual private cloud. So there are a lot of security levels according to your need you can use. So AWS comes with a lot of stages where you can provide different securities. Uh, Benefits. Uh, I already given you a little bit brief introduction about the benefit. What are the benefits of using AWS? I told you the you can scale your infrastructure at any moment. You don't uh, wait to buy need to wait for your management to buy a computer for to scale your infrastructure. You don't need to do. You have to just go and do the few clicks, and your infrastructure is automatically gets scaled up. It's totally depend on the design, how you design your infrastructure. If I don't want any manual intervention to scale my infrastructure, so I will integrate different services with each other. For example, I use CloudWatch to monitor my infrastructure. So my CloudWatch will watch the load on my virtual machines. According to the threshold, it will ask the VMs to reduce or to increase. So in that way, I can scale my infrastructure. So it is one of the benefit of using AWS, or I can say a key feature of AWS. Apart from that, S3, if I use S3, by default S3 will replicate in all the availability zone, so you don't need to set up any replication for S3. Automatically replication will do. Or if I use RDS, by default RDS slave is there, which back up your data. So these are some key benefits of using AWS. Apart from that, uh, there is a different type of instances. So according to your requirement, for example, if you are going to host a Java-based application which needs only 1 GB of RAM, so you just use that VM which has uh, at least 1.5 GB or 2 GB of VM. You don't need to buy a VM which has 5 GB of RAM and 3 to 4 core of CPU. Unnecessary, you are wasting your money. So according to your needs, you can choose your type of instances, you can choose your type of storage, you can choose according to your need what type of load balancer you want. There are a lot of load balance, three type of load balancer. One is application based load balancer, one is classic load balancer, one is network based load balancer. So all load balancer has their own advantages as well as their own benefits, and where you want to use. So AWS provides you a lot of features in terms of load balancer, in terms of storage, in terms of type of VMs, in terms of security, in terms of your database server. So you can use MySQL database server, you can use SQL database server, you can use Postgres. So AWS provides you all this type of benefits. You can choose whatever you want. If you don't want to use their database, you can set up your own database. So there is no restriction in AWS to install your application or database server, whatever you want. So this is something we can say about the features of AWS. Apart from that, uh, I have already discussed about security and scalability. Reliability is definitely, I told you, it is one of the matured cloud technology in the market. So now day by day they are increasing their existence in all over the world. So currently they have more than 52 locations, or I can say availability zone in the world. So there is no need to worry about the availability uh, of your infrastructure. It's just up to you, or I can say it's according to your requirement how you're going to design your infrastructure. That is one of the key feature while designing your infrastructure on the AWS. Apart from that, it is on the public internet, so you can easily access your infrastructure anywhere in the world. Just you need a laptop or a desktop and internet connection. That's it. If you have those two things, you can access your infrastructure from anywhere in the world. Right now, currently, AWS has more than 50 services, which is divided in seven parts like computing, storage, networking, deployment, management, email, and queues. So uh, computing will come with all the things related to the VM. Storage will come have as all the things related to storage like S3, EBS, Glacier. Networking will come with all the networking part like load balancer, deployment. Now the AWS provide you, these are the new features provided by the AWS to set up your continuous integration and continuous deployment through AWS, like code deploy, code integration. All these are the services they have introduced. So you don't need to go for the and purchase the other tools like cloud-based Jenkins or GitHub or anything else. You just go and use AWS services, and you can create your own continuous integration, continuous deployment pipeline. For email and for queues, they have their own services like simple notification service or SQS. So these are the services used for feedback for the feedback mechanism. So you can use where, so if you want feedback, any feedback for the creation of your virtual machine, so you can integrate simple notification service with the with the EC2 service that is called Elastic Cloud Compute, or you can integrate your SNS service with the storage. So there are all the possibilities to integrate feedback mechanism with any of the services, so that your management knows what exactly is going to happen on your AWS infrastructure or in AWS account. So that is one of the important thing to monitor your account, how your account is handled by the different team members or different members of your organization. So this one of the services is important for the monitoring purpose. Yeah, so this is one of the scenario, I can say, uh, workflow, that how the things is has been set up on AWS. If I'm going to set up a small application on AWS, so how the things will there. So it's up to me how I'm going to set up my application and how I'm going to set up a cache layer that is on the top of my infrastructure, and how people, or I guess public, can access my application and from where they will get the data. So all these things can be happen very easily with the AWS. So they have a 52, so they deploy their cache layer on the 52 place in the world, so I can say geographic location in the world. So if any people wants to access their application from Singapore, so he will get the data from the nearest location, which is from the Singapore. It's not like that. If somebody wants to access their application from US and the data is flowing from Singapore to US, it's not happening in AWS. They already deploy their cache layer on the 52 geographic location. So your application is automatically get cache on those 52 locations. So whichever the nearest location from the US, so automatically your application will be accessed from that location. This helps to reduce the latency to access your application. So you heard about that there is a slowness in the application when you try to browse that application. So to resolve that issue or to nullify that thing, AWS has deployed their cache layer nearly 52 location in the world. Yeah. So you heard about that nowadays. Why organizations are going to opt AWS in comparison with the on-premises data center. Still, there are few organizations which still they are opting the on-premises data center only for the data security, like banks. So still banks prefer to use their own premises data center for the database. But if is there any small application which doesn't need that much security in compared to the database, so they are ready to use AWS. Apart from that, I told you small companies like startups, they eager to use AWS. They don't want to invest their money in the infrastructure. If they did, so they have to hire somebody to take care of their infrastructure, and then there will be a issue like to provide high availability and then scalability for their application. So that's why nowadays all the startups is moving towards AWS to set up their own infrastructure. Yeah. So these are some benefits. I've already discussed about those things. Let me again just read out this PPT used by enterprise for running any workload virtually. So I told you, if is there any high workload on your application, automatically uh, it will get automatically your application will get scaled, or so you don't bother about the workload. Security, I told you, it is one of the most mature cloud technology in the world. So from the security point of view, the AWS is more secure, and day by day they are working on their security uh, service. So to make sure that there will be uh, no hole present, or I can say there will be no hacker will hack their virtual machines. Apart from that, enables you to make the most appropriate decision regarding your typical business challenges. I told you, whenever you are going to set up a business, you have to make sure that your application should be run 24 into 7 without any downtime. So it is one of the most important thing for AWS. From the technical point of view, AWS, so I told you it has more number of services in compared to the other other cloud technologies. It comes with a different type of load balancer, different type of virtual machines, different type of storage. Then apart from the uh, their developer tools to set up the continuous integration and continuous deployment. Then their monitoring tools like CloudWatch, their feedback mechanism like SNS, SQS. So it comes with a lot of services, so which helps you to make sure that everything will up throughout the day or 24 into 7, 365 in a year. Provide provides learner with the basic to become adapt in AWS. So AWS comes with a lot of tutorials. They have a free tire package to learn AWS. So they comes with all these things. So if somebody wants to adapt AWS, it's very easy. They will provide you each and everything on their website with a good support, customer care support. And these are some market trends according to the Forbes magazines. So there are 3.9 million jobs that are affiliated with cloud computing. So nowadays you heard about every organization looking for those people who are expert in cloud or DevOps. So because cloud technologies just reducing your overhead burden of troubleshooting their machines. If something went wrong with one virtual machine, within a minute you can create a new virtual machines. Okay, and there is no tension of any licensing, like Windows needs license. So all this licensing for things and uh, patching the servers and all those stuff is taken care by the AWS. So you don't bother about those. Just you need to pay whatever the things you are using. So um, definitely, AWS provides more number of jobs in compared to the other cloud technology in the world. Yeah, and if as per the market trends, if you are AWS certified, definitely you will get. So you will be one of the high payer in the world. As per the market trends, if you are AWS certified, you will be selected, or I can say you from number of people, you will be one of those people who will be just selected from, or I can say you come easily uh, get interviewed if there is more people and you if they want to select people from those 100 people. So first of all, they will see if you are AWS certified. Definitely, you are among on those top 10 who is going to be interviewed for that position. So it is one of the advantage of doing the AWS certification. Yeah, if you are certified, definitely the pay scale will be more for you. Automatically, whatever the money you demand from the organization, out of 100, 99 times you will get the money. So it is one of the advantage of doing AWS certification. And apart from that, you will get to know that what exactly how the scenarios is going to be, you are going to handle if you are trying to prepare for the AWS certifications, because uh, the whole AWS certification is based on scenario based question, so you can easily understand how the real world handles the AWS. Done with this. Yeah, and this is the market trends. I told you there are a lot of cloud technologies are there in the world, like Amazon, Microsoft, IBM. IBM has Bluemix. Google has Google Cloud Platform. Rackspace has its own, Salesforce has its own. So definitely, still AWS is one of the most important cloud technology in the world. And I told you it is more mature. That's why people are more keen to use AWS, and they have trust on AWS because still in market we never found that is there any issue with the AWS infrastructure while using, or is there any security measures in the AWS. They will keep update their infrastructure on day-to-day basis, uh, like patching their bare metal machines, updating their license, keep updating their services. So all these type of things AWS always do on the daily basis, and it will be posted to all the customers who is using AWS. So they aware of that what exactly is happening in AWS. So that is one of the good things by AWS.
Now, this is Jazz here again from Intellipaat. So, a brief understanding about the curriculum that we have for the AWS. So, as you can see, we have the training on the AWS Solution Architect. That is on the Amazon Web Services that we have as a 33 hours of instructor-led training with the live instructor, and I have it in the form of a weekend batch that we run in. So we have the upcoming batch starting on the 10th of February, and it's going to be every Saturday, Sunday from 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And for people residing in near to the US and Canada, it would be 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the morning. And this is going to be a 3 hours of training every Saturday, Sunday, which normally goes on around about 5 to 5.5 weekends. And it, as you can see, the curriculum that we have altogether is in line with the AWS certification exam, for which we go ahead and we prepare you for. So this training program would give you an end-to-end understanding, as you can see, on the complete deployment of AWS system, working on load balancing, working on shift mechanism, different, you know, uh, aspects of, computational databases and so on. There is no prerequisites as such. What you just require is a basic understanding of Java. So that being the reason, uh, you know, uh, we would be going ahead and we would be covering some basic concepts of the scripting language over here. So we will be giving you a Unix shell scripting training, approximate, provided to you for free. And as you can see on our course curriculum, this complete training would be from the basic level, where we would be giving you an end-to-end introduction about the cloud computing concepts, and then giving you an understanding about the AWS architecture, working on the virtual public cloud storage services and so on. And like the question that we had is what kind of hands-on that we are given in. So as you can see, after every module, we have some of the other hands-on exercises to work upon. So there would be exercises to work upon, there would be assignments, and as you can see that we have provided 4 real-time industry standard projects that would be again in line with the course curriculum and with the certification exam. And you get the tool access link as well. You get the Amazon tool access, which normally has a 1 year of free trial provided. So you get that as well. And with that, you get the self-paced training for free. You can see there is a self-paced training which is listed as 8,550 or 150 US dollars. That you get it complimentary, and that has all your study materials in the form of pre-recorded video tutorials from my previous classes. So you can study that. You have a lifetime access, so you can come back and access the recordings, access your study materials whenever, however you want. And yes, you get a lifetime 24/7 support as well. So just in case if there is no instructor available, you can always email to my support team. So they're going to go ahead, answer your questions via email, or they can even go to an extent where they can give you a one-to-one session with the trainer separately. And any point in time, if there is a version change, upgradation happens, you get a lifetime free upgrades as well. And that also enables you to come back and take up the training as many number of times as you want. So once you are registered, you can come back and take up the classes whenever you want. So there is no limitations as such. So get yourself started. You can see the online classroom fee that we have is 16,070, and uh, we are running with a special campaign out here for the learners who have registered themselves for this webinar session. we are running with a 15% straight discount on this online classroom training. So you get that online classroom training at a 15% discount. And with that, you would get that self-paced training for free. And for the US and for the learners from the other regions, you can see the price is 281. So you get that 150 USD self-paced training for free. So get yourself started, and in case if you wish to register, you can always come on our live chat, or you can give us a call back to a toll-free number or the number which you can see at the bottom of my screen, and give us a call back, and someone from my technical team or from my consulting team can give you a call back and get you registered. And if you have any questions, queries, you can always drop in your details, and my team would touch base with you. So I look forward to have you on board. And if you have any further questions or clarifications, please come on the live chat and let us know your queries, and we'll be glad to assist you. So looking forward to have you on board. Have a great day. Thank you.
I'm sure you enjoyed learning from this video. Please like the video, and if you have any doubts regarding this video, please comment us in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such informative videos. Do look out for other related videos in our playlist. For more information, visit our website now. Keep learning with Intellipaat.